Hi, do you remember me? It's Herbert Manwaring. Remember how I came to America? I got struck by lightning. Oh my goodness. But my family was coming. They finally came. Oh, I waited so long. Here is my family. They're a little older now. Remember Henry from over in England? He was making shoes. And all of my whole family, they finally came to America. Have Henry and Sarah, my mom, Ellen, my sister, George, John, Jesse, David, Albert. They all came to America. Yes, Herbert brought us to America. We came on a ship, and then, do you know how we got across the plains? We didn't come by covered wagon. We came on a train. They had trains by then. Oh, it's a lot easier coming by a train, let me tell you. Well, we came to Utah. Oh, we were so happy to see Herbert again. We could be together as a family, all of us kids together. Oh, we were so glad to be in Zion. Now, you'll hear some more about Herbert, don't worry. I want to tell you about some of my other kids, just real quick. So, let me tell you one thing. Oops. This is my daughter, Ellen. Now, you are Herbert's descendants. Herbert is your great-great-grandfather. All of you guys are Herbert's descendants. Look, there you are. You all came from Herbert. But did you know that you know my daughter Ellen's descendants? How do you do that? Can you guess who they might be? What? That's Herbert's descendants. How does that work? My daughter Ellen married a man named Sam. Hey, Sam. Sam Allsworth. And these guys are Ellen and Sam's descendants and Herbert's descendants. What? I'll let you ask them how that works. All right. So that's my daughter Ellen and her husband Sam. My son George, he writes music. There he is. Let me see if you know any of his songs. Okay, we're going to see if you know this song that's going to play. So listen carefully, all right? Listen. And there's a movie to go with it, so. What song is this? Do you know this song? My son George wrote that song. He wrote the words for it, and then somebody else made some music for it. He wrote that song. Did you know that? That is in our hymn book. That's a song in our hymn book. And there's that song that he wrote. Joseph Smith's first prayer. Oh, how lovely was the morning. Do you know that song? Have you ever heard it before? Or seen that movie? That movie is what that song is about. That was my son George who wrote that. George wrote quite a few hymns for our hymn book. You can ask your parents how to find those. Yeah, there are quite a few in there. George also practiced polygamy. Do you remember what that means? It means you have more than one wife at one time. And George got put in jail because he practiced polygamy. Because the government said, nope, can't do that. But Heavenly Father says, yes, we need to do that. George got put in jail and he died there. We are going to miss him. I think he could have written some more songs, but we'll listen to those later. We will still hear those because we will see George again. We will miss him, but we will see him again. Hey, Herbert, stand up. Okay, there's one more I want to tell you about. Albert, down here at the end. Albert went on a mission. And while he was on a mission, his wife, Charlotte, called a photographer because nobody has their own cameras. That's you can't have any cameras, so you got to have a photographer come and take your picture. So his wife had a photographer come to their house and take a picture of her and her 3 little girls, and they took a picture of them praying, and she sent that picture to Albert on his mission and said, "Hey, we're praying for you." Is that kind of cute? That's kind of a famous picture. She just gathered her girls around her and had a photographer come, and they said a prayer. And she sent that to Albert on his mission so he could have a copy of it, a picture of his family praying for him. That's kind of nice, huh? Years ago, in the Ensign, which is a magazine for the church, they did an article about praying. And they had a lot of pictures and paintings of people praying, and mostly pioneers that were kind of scared. They didn't know what was going to happen because they had to leave their homes and they had to walk across the plains. There were wolves out there. And they included in this article in the magazine, look at that. There's that picture right there. It's called Sister Manwaring and Daughters at Prayer. There's that picture. It's the same one. And they shall teach their children to pray and walk uprightly before the Lord. Yes, teach your children to pray. Good for you, Sister Manwaring. Well, one other thing. There was a guy, hey, stand up, Herbert, in our ward named John Moon Clements. And he kept a journal. Do you guys keep journals? Let me show you something kind of interesting. We found some of his journal pages. And you can open one up. You can see he's writing in his journal, "Cold and rainy day. In the afternoon got a load of hay." And so he writes in his journal, and look what he says down here. Down at the bottom. Benjamin, called by William Wiscombe, went to Kelsey's house and administered to him with W.W. and Henry Manwaring. Hey, stop doing that. There I am in his journal. That's kind of neat, isn't it? I went and helped him administer to someone. Well, that is our family. We are in Utah, and we are glad to be here, and we are glad to be with the saints. And we're going to have a whole bunch of grandkids and great-grandkids and great-great-great-grandkids, and that's going to be you guys. All right, we'll see you later.